What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Mac on Sports podcast. Happy May 27th. Another great day. And the New York Knicks bounced back after dropping game one. Derrick Rose. That's where I got to start. I can't tell you how excited I was that we got Prime D Rose back. It's been a while. Derrick Rose, 26 points, 4 assists in 38 minutes. Have a day, Derrick Rose. I'm happy to see that. It's his first 25-point playoff game since 2015, back in his Chicago days. So if there's ever a guy that had such a great career ahead of him and got devastated by an injury, it's Derrick Rose. And then another injury, Derrick Rose. He deserves this. He deserves this. He really does. And it was good to see him ball out. You look, the Hawks came out on fire. The Hawks were, I think, up 15 at a point in the first half. Knicks fans probably should have gotten a little worried, and probably were. And all of a sudden, Trae Young goes out in the second half, talking like midway through the third quarter, and a 30-8 run all of a sudden just snaps out of nowhere from the Knicks. Without Trae Young on the floor, the Hawks are a different team. Their offense was stagnant. They weren't doing anything good. No good actions. And the Knicks took advantage of that, go on a big run, and the Hawks could never catch up since. Like I said last episode, I can't tell you how happy I am to see fans again. The Trae Young getting the Trae Young chants, awesome. Awesome. Even though there's no beef between New York and Trae, it's just, hey, fans are back. And once again, the Mecca, Madison Square Garden, was rocking again. And that's a huge, huge, huge win for the Knicks. But you look at this from the Hawks' perspective as well. The Hawks have done their job. You go into New York, you split. So now you got to have your home fans be rowdy, and you got to protect your home court. Now, living in Atlanta most of my life, Hawks fans, Atlanta sports fans in general, not really good. Not really good. They're going to rally around the Hawks, though, because the Hawks are good. So let's put it that way. When their teams are in the playoffs, they're going to rally around them. But if the Hawks were terrible, nobody would give a crap about the Hawks. But we'll see what type of attendance they get. Atlanta's traffic is going to make them probably late for the game, but it matters in the fourth quarter. So hopefully Atlanta can just have as good as an atmosphere as the Knicks did. It's going to be hard to live up to. The Knicks brought out the celebrities. Spike Lee once again made his presence felt. And maybe it's just because the Knicks haven't been to the playoffs for so long. This is giving me Reggie Miller versus Spike Lee type vibes. It's Trae Young versus Spike Lee. Even though Reggie and him would go back and forth with little chokes or whatever, and Trae Young isn't as, in as much of a back and forth battle with Spike Lee, but still gives you that type of vibe, and it's good to have that type of atmosphere back. And the Knicks take game two. It was good to see Julius Randle also get Most Improved Player of the Year award. I've been very vocal that I think Julius is the one who deserves it. I think he's been phenomenal, and I'm glad he got it. And it was good to see his son be the one that was able to give him the award. So once again, he had a bad first half, but he bounced back in the second half. He had 13 in the second half. You need your stars to step up when it matters the most. Knicks never good first half. Julius put the team on his back in the second half and did exactly what needed to be done. And the Knicks take game two. What a game. We now move over, though, to the West Coast and the Clippers. Oh, boy. Do they have some problems in LA? I've said game one, yes, the Mavericks are going to get game one. They got Luka. They don't really have anybody else. The Clippers are going to be fine. I've now decided, after seeing that game two performance, I'm worried for the Clippers because the Mavericks are something special right now. Luka Doncic, oh my God, have yourself a day, buddy. Have yourself a day. Luka dropped 39. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. He had a one-legged three-point attempt that he made look so easy. He had a poster. Just, rising star Luka just does it again. Goes into LA, takes both games in LA. Uh-oh, Clipper fans. Uh-oh. Hypothetically, and we're going to talk about this if the Mavericks end up winning the series and knocking the Clippers out. But you got to blow up the team. At the end of the year, you have to blow up the team. This team is not going to win you a championship. If you didn't do it last year, you'll lose to a Nuggets team that you should have beaten. And then if you end up losing to the Mavericks, oh boy, you got a problem in LA, and it's got to be blown up. Ty Lue, for the love of God, hasn't even won a playoff game without LeBron. Or playoff series, without LeBron. That's a problem as your head coach. That's a big problem. Now, this is all hypothetical. We don't know what the ending of the series is going to be yet. So I'm just something to keep in mind. When do you blow up this team? Because yes, you have Kawhi. He's proven to be a champ. But Paul George, is he holding Kawhi back? There's the other assets around him. They're just not good enough. I mean, let's take a look here. Zubac, former Celtic, got traded along with the Kyrie Kemba trade a while back. Has played 41 minutes this series for the Clippers. The Clippers plus minus with him on the floor is minus 29. That is not necessarily good at all. So he's not contributing, but Ty Lue keeps going right back to him. The Clippers gave Luke Kennard a $64 million contract in the offseason. Well, he's played 0 minutes. First of all, I'm going to go on the air and say Luke Kennard does not deserve $64 million. That is absolutely atrociously bad. What a god-awful contract, first of all, to give Luke Kennard $64 million. That's outrageously pathetic. That's outrageously pathetic. You paying a guy $64 million to play 0 playoff minutes. That's a problem. Once again, now you go look at the Clippers' big three, let's add Rondo in there with Kawhi and Paul George. Well, if you guys don't remember, the Clippers tanked to end the year. Do you guys remember? They tanked. They lost to the Rockets. They lost to the Thunder just to go 0-2 against the Mavericks to start to the playoffs. So you tried to avoid LeBron and the Lakers. Basketball gods are really putting karma towards the Clippers right now. Clippers are now 0-2. That's why you don't try to intentionally lose, and I'll never understand why teams do it. Ty Lue is winless in his playoff coaching career without LeBron, like we said. Not ideal. I don't think he's a good coach as it is. But it's just something to keep in mind, Clipper fans. When do you blow up this team? It's not a championship team. A lot of people thought it could possibly win a championship coming out of the West. Maybe, because they kind of stayed under the radar all season, and it's 2 games. It's 2 games. You got to win 4. Mavericks got to win 2 more. But dropping them on your home floor is not a good start. But it's just something to keep in mind. And if you're a Mavericks fan, you got to love it. You got Luka just being Luka, just dominating. Tim Hardaway Jr. coming up with clutch buckets. I mean, Tim put the dagger 3 in him. Fair enough. Mavericks got themselves good players, and they're putting something together here. And I'll be interested to see how the rest of this series develops. But what a game so far, and good series, but the Clippers really got to pick up the intensity. Now I want to talk about my favorite series, the Suns-Lakers, the one I'm most interested in, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are. Let's give just a round of applause to Cameron Payne. 19 points, 7 assists. He had the highest plus-minus in their loss against the Lakers in Game 2, as LeBron and the Lakers did take Game 2. But why I want to talk about Cam Payne? Chris Paul battling an injury. We know Chris Paul's not 100%. Chris Paul's nowhere near 100%. Got to be better. He's grinding. He's fighting every minute that he can play, but he's in a lot of pain doing his best, but he's got to be better on some of the turnovers that he's doing. So he knew he wasn't right in Game 2. So Cameron Payne comes in, steps into the spotlight. Cam Payne puts on a show. But Cam Payne can do all he can do. Try to help the Suns get to a Game 2 victory. Atmosphere was great in Phoenix once again. But what matters is the end result. And that's the Lakers. I said last podcast, yes, the Suns are good. And I still do think, I personally do, maybe because I am a little bit of a Suns fan, I do think the Suns end up winning this series still. I'm not giving up on the Suns. But you look at LeBron, he loses Game 1s a lot of the times. And people tend to overreact. And LeBron's going to bounce back. And when you need LeBron at his best, LeBron is going to come with you at his best. But even when he's not at his best, he's got partners in crime like Anthony Davis, who I think Anthony Davis is a top 5 player in the NBA, along with Steph Curry, LeBron James, Giannis, and Kevin Durant. And then Anthony Davis is my 5th. We all have different opinions, but when Anthony Davis is at his best, he shows why he's a top 5, top 6 player in the league. Against the Suns in Game 2, Anthony Davis in Game 1 was getting criticized for how poorly he played. He was playing awful, needed to pick it up because that's not a type of true leader that he is, because he was awful. Well, Game 2, after seeing all the newspapers, all the media coming after him, even I called him out. Game 2, he shut everybody up. 34 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, was 3 assists away from a triple-double, got to the free throw line 21 times. His mindset coming into this game, I'm going to get the ball in the paint, I'm going to go to work, you're going to foul me, I'm going to be a difference maker tonight. And you could see it from the start when he kicked Jay Crowder in the nuts, because he took a shot, he was going to get himself involved early, and he did. He's the first Laker with 30-plus points and 20 free throws since Kobe. Hey, good company to be in, and he played unbelievable. Lakers take game 2, and this series is getting interesting. You look, Devin Booker drops another 30-piece on the Lakers, but yes, Campaign plays well, DeAndre Ayton plays well. It was a well-fought game. The Lakers were just a better team. The Suns weren't terrible. It just felt like from tip the Lakers were going to win this game because the Lakers were winning basically the whole entire game. Suns trying to play catch-up. So, splitting the series in Phoenix isn't the worst thing if you're a Suns fan. You just got to go get one in LA. But like I said with the Hawks, same thing with the Lakers here. Lakers did their job, came into Phoenix and took one, and now they're going back to LA, and I'm sure the crowd's going to be ready and raucous on Thursday night, tonight. Big game 3. Big game 3. I'm excited to see what adjustments Monty Williams has made. Now let's talk about Jimmy Butler. Ooh, Jimmy Butler, not looking good, guys. Jimmy Butler's struggling. Jimmy Butler is struggling. Jimmy Butler versus the Bucks. So far, they've played 2 games. Bucks up 2-0. Looks like the Bucks are running away with this series unless somehow Miami can just find some magical wish in Miami to turn this series back around. But Jimmy Butler has 13 points per game. It's not bad, but he is your star. So that is bad. Got to be better if you're Jimmy Butler. 25% shooting, though. That's not ideal. 22% from 3. That's atrociously bad. Ben Simmons can almost do better than that, and Ben's a joke. Shooting the free throw ball, 64%. That's pretty bad. That's like Andre Drummond-esque right there. And his plus-minus is the lowest on the team with a minus of 42 points. So Jimmy Butler, not good at all right now. Needs to pick it up. Because he's not playing like himself. He's hurting his team. And I believe Jimmy's one of those guys. He knows it. He'll be the first one to tell you he's playing atrociously bad. And he will get it together. I have no worries if I was a Heat fan on Jimmy Butler's front. Because Jimmy will turn it around. But you are playing Giannis. You are playing the Bucks. You can't be dropping games like this. Every game matters. And I know you lost in a heartbreaking fashion in game 1. Because that was a heartbreaking fashion. But you gotta win game 3. Because you're not coming back from 3-0 down. The Bucks have a chance to capitalize. If the Bucks go and take one in Miami, they're in the driver's seat. They're looking good. Milwaukee fans, they're going to be excited. Now we go to Russell Westbrook. Well, played his heart out. Came to play until he got blown out. Gets ejected. Philadelphia takes game 2. Philadelphia is up 2-0. Matisse Thybulle, I thought, played a great game for the Sixers. Here's the thing. When he's getting ejected, a Sixers fan throws a bunch of popcorn on him. Wow. Look at you. You're a big tough guy, aren't you? Throwing popcorn on him while he's on the ground with about thousands of people of security around him, what it looked like. You're a big tough guy throwing food on him. Yeah. Philadelphia fans never change. Never change. I respect it in a way because this is a Philadelphia-esque type of thing to do. But, come on. What the hell are you doing? Be classier. Be classier, Philly. But classy is not in Philadelphia's language. Completely forgot. But, I mean, if that can get Russell Westbrook going for game 3, it all means throw more popcorn on him. Please. I need Russell Westbrook and the Wizards to start playing a little better. They've got smoked in both games. I need them to show a little more heart and passion. Come on now. If that can get him going back to Washington pumped up, let's go. But I don't see how Philadelphia doesn't sweep them. I just don't, because the level of difference in talent is unbelievable. It's Bradley Beal and Russell versus a real NBA team in the Sixers. So, Sixers are legit. Now, I want to end the NBA talk before we move on about the lovely Boston Celtics. What a performance in Game 2 against the Nets. Game was over after the end of the first quarter. I guess Brad Stevens' scouting report was, let's guard everybody besides Joe Harris. since Joe Harris had about 16 at the end of the first. Celtics got an ass kicking. This game wasn't ever close. Yeah, Kemba Walker was laughing when they're down 30 plus. You really do love to see that. Yeah, this series is over. I have no faith in the Celtics whatsoever. We've been over this. I know we're going to get swept, so I'm not mad. What I'm mad about, show a little heart, show a little passion, show a little dignity for me, huh? How about that? If you're going to go out swinging. Jason Tatum had 9 points. Yes, he got injured with a poked eye. Hey, heaven forbid Jason Tatum gets a call the whole entire series. That's not going to happen. But holy. Yes, I'll take back my Brooklyn statement that I made whenever the first trade happened, or the trade happened with Harden going to Brooklyn, where I said, no chance this works. No chance. Yeah, that looks stupid. We're all going to have good takes. We're going to have bad takes. That was a bad take. Not one of my proudest moments. That was really atrocious because over the last couple of years, this might be the best big three. Yes, you had Dwayne Wade, LeBron, and Chris Bosh. 3 Hall of Famers. Not shabby at all. Pretty good. Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Draymond. Pretty good. Won them a lot of success. A lot of success. And then you got Kyrie, Kevin Durant, and James Harden. Ooh, yeah, Hall of Famers. For the most part. We'll see what happens over the course of their career. But yeah, pretty good. Joe Harris, pretty good. Nets, pretty good. I'll come around to it. Yes, Brooklyn, you got a good team. Boston doesn't. But like I said, though, hey, I knew we were going to get swept. More than likely. But my care in the world, what I cared about, was coming to Boston. In Game 3 and Game 4, the crowd's going to be electric. Let's read Kyrie's quote on returning to Boston. Hopefully, we can just keep it strictly basketball. No Butler, terrible, I completely mispronounced that word, or stubble racism, or people yelling shit from the crowd. Okay. All right, Kyrie. So you've been living under a rock. You're going to get booed because you're a liar. You lied to the Celtic fans. So when they boo you, it's not because they're racist. So don't try to spin zone it and call them racist when this all occurs. You're the one who said, I'm staying in Boston. I want to retire a Boston Celtic. In front of a working microphone, in front of the whole entire arena. You're the one that blew up the whole entire locker room. You're the one with problems. So if you don't think you're going to get yelled at, Friday night you're in for an awakening, buddy, and it's not going to be a good one. Boston fans are coming for your head Friday night. It's going to be beautiful to see. It's going to be absolutely beautiful to see. And I know Boston's going to get beat again, have no shot. But all I care about is we're going to go swinging for Kyrie. We're going to go down swinging. You're a lunatic, Kyrie. You're a lunatic. That's all I have to say about you. But there's some players I can respect, and there's some players that I have no care in the world for, and Kyrie Irving is 100% one of them. So, not a Kyrie guy, never will be. Never will be. But, yeah, I don't like him. And we're going to get smoked. Back to Washington, Philadelphia for a second. I was wrong. Russell left with an injury, so you're throwing stuff at an injured player. Even classier. And Bradley Beal comes out with a comment saying he was getting just absolute terrible language used at him. And his kids were sitting courtside right next to the Philadelphia fans, so his kids heard all of it. So, once again, hey, Philadelphia, salute to you. You're great. Yeah, you're disgusting. But that's all I have to say about that. So, where else are we going with this? We got all the Celtics effort out of the way. Brooklyn's going to smoke them. Hockey for a second. The Lightning beat the Florida Panthers. The Battle of Florida is finally over, which is very unfortunate. Good series, though. Went 6 games. Panthers really put a lot of heart on the line. But the Lightning might win the Stanley Cup. Them and the Avalanche has been my prediction for quite some time. As much as I would love to say my Bruins, which could happen, but Lightning are just so good. The Lightning move on. They face the winner of the Carolina Hurricanes versus the Nashville Predators, which could be a very good series if it's Carolina versus Tampa Bay. But Game 6 tonight, actually, to see if Carolina can move on. Now, the Islanders upset the Penguins. Penguins, number 1 seed in the East Division. Islanders were the last seed, the number 4. A lot of people thought this could be an interesting series, but Pittsburgh would handle the Islanders pretty well. Not the case at all. Yes, the Islanders won a lot of games, even though they got outplayed in them, but the Islanders still won. The Islanders still won, and that's what matters. They might have got outshot. They might have got outplayed, but what they had happen is they played with more heart. They took advantage of their opportunities, and the Islanders are the ones moving on. So somehow, the 3 seed, the Boston Bruins, will be hosting home ice against the Islanders, and that's going to be a great series. I can't say enough about it. That's going to be a phenomenal series. I'm so excited for that, and we'll see who can make it to the Final Four out of the Islanders or the Bruins. Both have great fan bases, and I'm excited. I am excited for that, and I expect game 1 maybe to be Saturday night, but you'll be hearing me talk about that series a lot over the next couple of weeks. Now we got Manchester City versus Chelsea this Saturday for the Champions League final. That's going to be awesome, guys. I'm really excited for that. Best club in the world. You know, whoever wins, best club in the world. It's got to be City. Win the Premier League, win the Carabao Cup. You got to go out and you got to get Champions League now. Look, a lot of these guys are going to be playing over the summers in the Euros. So you don't want to see any of them get hurt, but God, this is going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. Chelsea's a good team. After Frank Lampard got fired, all of a sudden they bring in the new manager. Chelsea's been a whole new team. Chelsea's looked like one of the best clubs in the world, and they well deserve to be in the Champions League final. You look at City, I've been so high on them. I think they are the best club in the world. I've talked about Phil Foden, can't get enough of him. Kevin De Bruyne. This could be the last game Sergio Aguero ever plays. He played this last game more than likely on Sunday, but maybe he gets in this game. My score prediction is 2-0 City, as they're going to be the champions of the world. We'll see, though, Saturday. It's going to be a great game. And, yeah, then the Euros start, and I can't tell you how excited I am for the Euros. It's the second best thing behind the World Cup this summer. It's going to be great. So, and then to end the story, or end the show, a naked fan runs on the field to get into a tarp. There's a rain delay, and I believe it was the Washington Nationals game. I could be wrong. Might have been Philadelphia, but I think it was the Nationals. And as they're putting out the tarp, one of the grounds crew members sees something off. Just so happened to be a naked guy in the tarp, rolling around, trying to hide inside of a tarp. Naked. I don't really know what to say to that. Fans are back. I guess that's what we can say. Fans are back. Fans are 100% back, I guess. I don't know. This is the stuff you miss, I guess. When not having fans, stupid crap like this happening, streakers doing stupid crap like this. But it makes headlines, and it's a funny headline. For the people there, probably don't want to see that certain image in their heads, but made the news. So gives me something to talk about. I thought it was funny, and I'm sure it's going to be on SportsCenter and all that type of stuff tomorrow. So that's going to do it for me. I'm out, but I do want to say Monday is Memorial Day, so there will not be a show Monday. Going up to the lake and enjoying it for the weekend. So next show will be Tuesday. Hope you guys have a good Memorial Day weekend and good 3-day weekend. 3-day weekends are always great. Enjoy them. Go follow the social medias. They will be in the descriptions. Go watch the Celtics game Friday night. Let's see how Kyrie can handle the fans, because, poor Kyrie. It's going to be so brutal for him. Maybe not, but if he tries to spin zone it, well, he's going to spin zone it. The fans yelling at him. It's going to be absolutely hilarious. But, yeah. Love you guys. Peace out.